So just having a few moments just to settle. And however your day has been, whether it's been really busy physically or mentally, or both sometimes, and emotionally sometimes, this is just so lovely just to have a few moments where someone's telling you to do nothing and just relax. Come into your body, come into your space. Feel into the moment. And where are you? Where do you arrive? Does it take quite a while to soften into the present? Or can you just we're so used to being on our mats in this space and time, can we slip into our yogic kind of suit quite easily? And just following the breath, because this is always a beautiful way of just connecting back in with everything. And as you follow your breath, noticing where you might have little aches and pains. And if you don't have them, there just might be some sort of tightness in the body. Noticing whether the sensations you feel are quite habitual, they are always in the same spots, or whether you've noticed something new. Noticing also where you feel well, where there is wellness and vitality in the body. Quite often as human beings, we're very quick to be aware of the negative things or the things that we find unpleasant or distasteful, yet we don't always truly acknowledge and savour what's good, all the positives, all the wins we have. So it's a lovely space and time now just to observe that, find that balance. So if you're lying down, just have a moment to enjoy a stretch and then hug the knees in. Take your time, there's no rush here. We'll come to seated. Even as you have that moment to just rock on your back, you can sort of feel what maybe you haven't felt throughout your day. So we'll practice So Hum this evening. It's really nice to do in a meditation sort of seated position, but we can also, when we get into the rhythm, you might find it coming back through your practice and through the poses that we do this evening. So we'll rest our hands, and as we breathe in, we'll mentally say So, and as we exhale, we'll say Hum, and you'll hear this in the breath. You'll find maybe that the mind will start to deviate and wander off, but you may still be also at the same time very aware of the So Hum in the mind. So it's sort of that consciousness of both things. Just to be aware of how it sort of feels this evening. So about 5 minutes. Sometimes it goes quickly, sometimes it goes really slowly. So we'll just explore. So breathing in. So exhale, hum. Just let yourself relax and fall into this practice. Just notice where your mind is. Even with your thoughts, just notice if you're present or wandering off. Staying with the mantra. So just take one more breath. And coming back from that practice, how deep did you fall into it? Or was your mind really busy and you couldn't concentrate? Just observe how that felt. The less I sort of talk through it, the more it gives you that space to really kind of enjoy getting into it. So we're going to come into cocoon, two-sided pose here. So I like this one because it does give us this forward fold. It's not as intense as when we have both legs out with the caterpillar. So we'll just start with, keep the right leg out first, and then we'll draw the left foot into the top of the right thigh. And then just gently, just see what happens. Exploring this pose. It's really lovely for the back of the leg stretch, so urinary bladder, but also opening through the hip with each side. So letting everything soften. Start with the legs. And then when you feel like you've relaxed through the legs, we can really look to the upper back and shoulders. And then we can come back to sort of the finer areas of the body, maybe relaxing the knee and the hands and wrists and face. So how does it feel this evening? Are you pushing into the pose, or is it quite nice just to sort of ease into it gently? And just finding any movement as we come into the pose longer. Relaxing the upper back. And just following your breath, deep breaths, expanding through the back. Can you let the head become a little heavier, relaxing the neck? Just keep noticing anywhere that tightens up. Constant rotation of awareness. And now that we've softened quite deeply into the pose, where do you feel it most? Back of the right leg, or is it hip? So we'll just take one more breath. Slowly lifting up. Feeling the release of that stretch feels lovely. And then we'll lie down. Having this lovely moment just to savour all the feelings, whether it's the back or the backs of your legs or your shoulders. Nice long sigh. It always feels good just to sort of soften to the mat as much as you can. Notice if you find tightness in your tummy and the abdominal muscles. Just gently letting them go relaxes the back. And then following any chi. Universal life force, prana, many different names. Just taking one more lovely deep breath, finding any more softness. And then we'll start to hug our knees in. I wonder if the other side will feel the same, whether we'll have such a deep stretch or whether it will be more shallow, whether it will need to be softer. So let's roll up, coming into this side with an openness. So left leg extends, right foot into the top of the thigh. And you may have sunk quite low with the other side, but just take your time here. The whole sort of 5 minutes is it's nice to have that time just to let everything just start to slowly stretch in its own time, no rush. You can return to so hum if you want to, if it comes to mind. Don't worry if not. How does it feel? Can you observe different sensations in the body? Relax your shoulders, the upper back, scapular area. Breathing deeply if you can. Noticing your thoughts. Still with just a little while to go, just explore if there's a bit more movement into the pose. Sometimes it will surprise you how far you've softened. How does it feel? Do you like this pose this evening? What's it revealing? What's it teaching you? And then we'll just take one more breath. Nice and slowly coming up. Lying down. Looking forward to what you're going to feel. What will feel relieved. Rock your pelvis or wag your tail if you need to. How long does it take to really relax through your back? And again, just following the chi from the results of that side and also maybe how it feels balanced with the other side. And then we'll hug in. Take your time. 2 poses where we've been forward with the body. Enjoy a nice rock and small circles. And so we'll roll up, coming into twisted deer now. So you're going to need your bolster. If we bring it into the right hand side, so joining me in this seated position where we've got our right shin and leg at the front, left leg just swings around to the side of us. And then bolster towards that right hip. Turning as much or as little as you want. Listen to your spine and your back today. And then lowering down. Once you're in the pose, you can adjust gently. Just relaxing. This is such a lovely pose for twisting your body, but in a very nurturing and restorative way. If when you're lying on your side you feel like you need a little bit more comfort under your buttock and hip, then just grabbing a small blanket or cushion, that can always help. Sometimes it's not until we come down that we can feel perhaps the hard floor. So relax. It's quite easy to relax the main part of the body here. It's the head and neck that can take a little while, and our shoulders. And deep breaths. When we take the breath deep to the belly, then up into the chest, we can feel all different areas of the body expand. Staying in the moment. Noticing if you like this pose this evening. And if you want to take your left leg a little bit further behind you, you can, just to stretch more through your quad. Can you really relax your face? What's going through your mind right now? And how does this pose feel? Does it feel good? Let's just take a few more breaths. And then nice and slowly we'll lift up. Keep your bolster handy. You can maybe pop it to the other side, but just lie down. And relax. Sometimes you can only really feel it very subtly through your body, the subtle body energy. Some poses will give quite an intense feeling. Others it will be really mild, just temperature or little patches of different sensations. And how does your back feel after that gentle twist compared with the cocoon pose that we started with? So let's draw knees in. Right one, then left one. And just enjoy this rocking time here. How does it feel to breathe? Does it feel quite spacious in your lungs this evening? Something we always take for granted, our breath. So let's roll up, other side. I think this one is probably the most restful twist. There's a cat's tail, which is quite an interesting pose, but this one's just so lovely and restorative for an evening. So again, sort of opposite way round, left leg and shin is in front, right leg to the side, and then we'll just turn our belly and come down. Give the bolster a little hug. It's quite hard sometimes to really relax the shoulders and the neck. So keep drawing your awareness back here. Sometimes hands and wrists can sort of be holding tension without us realising. And also our face. Quite nice just to maybe close your eyes. Tune in a little bit more. Following your breath. What's going through your thoughts? And if you need to make the pose a little harder, just take your right leg further back. You might want to twist a little bit more into the body. And even though this is a very gentle pose, are there any differences from this side to the other side? Keep trying to relax your head and your neck. And just following the inhale and exhale. Let's take one more breath. Coming up. And we can move our bolsters away now. Relaxing back. Maybe feeling a real gentle feeling through your body after that one. Not such an intense sensation, but still the very subtleties of chi movement. Insides of the knees and thighs. Perhaps front of the chest. How does your breath move in the body? Is it a shallow breath or a gentle breath? See if there's a little bit more that you can relax in your lower back. And then when you're ready, we'll bring our knees in. So the last two poses are very gentle and familiar to us. We're going to take waterfall to start with, which is often the last pose. And then we're going to come into bench. Often I do them the other way round, but just swapping it this evening. Ending on the gentle back bend. So if you've got a pillow close by, we will just roll ourselves, wedge it under the buttocks, and it just gives us that lovely elevation. And this really is just a really beautiful pose to do nothing else other than relax into. With the feet elevated, it really is calming for the heart, reducing swelling in the feet from fluid. Very restful for the mind, good for the back, your spine. So just let the eyelids close, relax the hands and wrists. Let the chin rest so that there's no tension in your neck. And then just some lovely deep breaths. Maybe the breath becomes very nice, naturally long here. If you want to bend your knees a bit more for whatever reason, you can. Whatever feels comfortable. How do you feel in yourself emotionally, whether you're quite calm? Maybe the body is calm but the mind is busy, or perhaps this pose is really quite lovely for quietening your mind. Just keep checking for any tension, sometimes in the wrists, even fingers, the neck. And then we'll just take one more breath. Slowly bend your knees. Pull out your cushion. Find neutral spine. Keep your cushion handy, we'll need that next time, but just enjoy a few moments here. Relax your buttocks, try and soften through the lower back and your waist. Let your eyelids close, just savour these few moments of feeling relaxed. And then we'll gently draw knees in. Again, just take a moment here, even though these are towards the end really relaxing poses, you can still enjoy massaging the back. And then we'll roll up, pop the cushion behind us, a good few inches away from the body so that we can feel into our thoracic spine this time. So let's just lie back. Maybe have a blanket or a block handy just in case you feel like you need it when you come down. Sometimes, depending on how your neck feels, whether it feels flexible or a bit stiff, you may want to just support. If you take your arms out level with your shoulders, then you'll feel it even more, which is quite lovely. But if you're quite happy with them by your side, then just choose where you're happy. And relax. Just enjoy letting your body be heavy and allowing it to just stretch into this position. Eyelids closed. Try and relax the muscles around your eyes. Any tension in the cheeks or facial muscles. We can hold so much tension in the jaw without realizing. How does your body feel in this pose this evening? Does it feel supported emotionally or in a physical sense? And again, just follow your breath, whether it feels deeper in this position. Perhaps you notice a short pause between your breaths. Just following your thoughts. What was in your mind just then? So we'll just take one more breath. Lifting gently away from our props, and we'll come into Shavasana. Before we relax, I'd like to come to, we'll have a moment here, but we'll come up for Nadi Shudan, alternate nostril breath, a very deeply relaxing way to come into our evening relaxation. But we'll just take a few moments here. So notice the after effects through your body. Enjoy some deep conscious breaths. And maybe just noticing where you feel better in the body now from when you started. Perhaps better in your thoughts and emotions. So we'll draw knees in, we'll slowly come up to seated. Nadi Shudan is a lovely way of balancing Ida, the left nadi and the energy that runs through the body, which is linked with the feminine, but also the night, the cool, slowing down. And then also Nadi Shudan also balances our Pingala, which is the masculine sort of energetic channel inside of us that's related to the sun and heat. So just resting backs of your hands on your thighs. Close the right hand. Keep the left one open just for a few breaths. And we'll just explore how this channel feels. So you can close your eyes for a few moments, just breathing, left hand open. And let's swap sides. Close the left hand, open the right, and just explore how it feels to breathe here. There might only be a very subtle difference, but may be noticeable. And then we'll close the right hand, open your left, and we'll start. So breathing in with the left hand open. Close, open the right, exhale. Breathe in with the right hand open. Close, open the left, and exhale. Let's carry on. You might notice one more nostril feels really different from the other one, the way the breath moves. Relax your shoulders. And you really might find that the breath slows down even more here. Longer, deeper breaths. So as you breathe out through the left side, on your next time, we can relax. So either remaining seated if you want to, or lying down with a lovely blanket over you. Remember, if you want something under your knees or behind your head. Time to get cozy. So rather than stimulating too much more with this nice gentle practice that we've had, just lie back. Return to So Hum as you breathe. Don't have to force the breath, extend it in any way. Just breathe normally and just notice in your mind the mantra So and hum. And just see how long you stay with it. Don't worry if the mind wanders off, and if you come back to it, just observe how it feels to relax with the mantra and the practice. Very gently, just draw your awareness back. Where did your thoughts go? Can you even remember? And then very gradually, we can start to just move fingers, toes, perhaps rock the head. Perhaps taking a full body stretch if you're lying down. Deep breath. And then hugging knees in. And just moving however it feels nice. And then gently in your own time, you can just roll up to seated. As you do, just have a few moments just to come back into that seated position. Perhaps ground imaginary roots through the tailbone into the earth. And then we can bring hands together. Om Shanti. Namaste.